Hi, and welcome to another episode of Elementary Cooking, the cooking show where kids are the main ingredient. I'm your host, Jason Farrington.
And I'm Jacob Nyers.
And welcome to our show. Today's episode, we are going to be making lasagna, and this lasagna recipe was submitted by Nolan and Logan, so thank you guys for that. You know, growing up in an Italian family, we had a lot of pasta throughout the year, but especially at Christmas time, you know, we would always gather around the table and have just a great spread of good Italian food, and nothing says great Italian food like lasagna. So did you guys have any Christmas traditions, Jacob?
Well, you know, growing up with an orange cat, we had a lot of lasagna.
That makes sense. Well, that makes two of us. So today we're going to make a lasagna that will make any orange cat and any Italian family just, you know, shiver in their boots. So I'm not sure exactly how this is going to turn out, but we've got some amazing ingredients to work with. So let's go over those right now. So we've got some 15 slices of bread. That's our surrounding bread. That's very important. So we're going to use a 1/4 pound of mozzarella cheese and a 1/4 pound of cheddar cheese, and then taco meat. Now the recipe did call for venison, but unfortunately Bambi's mother got away. So we're gonna do a slight, well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a slight variation of today's recipe. So let's get started. So the first thing to do is we are going to take our taco meat and we're gonna cook that at 350 degrees for 30 minutes, but we're gonna burn it just a little bit. So let's start that off. So we've preheated the oven already because we're on top of things like that. And so Jacob, why don't you get that meat ready, spread it out on the pan, and get that taco meat going.
First things first, gotta make sure that your meat is nice and tender, okay? Pulverize it a little bit, okay?
Good job. Yes.
Then you just take it, you spread it out. Here we go.
Alright. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna get our taco seasoning. Now you can use really any brand of taco seasoning that you want, but I'm pretty sure they only make one. So that's the one that we're gonna use. We're just gonna throw that there.
Pulverize it some more.
Alright.
The more pulverizing, the better.
Alright, awesome. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna sprinkle some of this on there so that he can just kind of pulverize the flavor into the meat.
Get it deep in there. Real good.
I usually use a whole package for a pound of meat, and that's roughly what we have here. So we're going to use this whole package, flatten that out. All right, spread that around real good. Perfect. There's a little extra seasoning in there than I thought. All right, awesome.
This is great.
We're going to throw that there.
Okay.
All right, that looks great.
Awesome.
And why don't we get that in the oven?
Welcome back. It is really getting hot in here. We had to crank up the thermostat to 100 degrees because the next instruction says to cook the surrounding bread for 2 hours at 100 degrees. And because ovens don't go that low, we had to really crank up the temperature in here.
It's getting a little warm.
I'm famished, what can I say? So I'm excited for this to be done so we can eat something because I'm spent right now. So we're gonna let this cook for 2 hours. Let's see how it goes.
2 hours later.
Looks like we're ramping down. We got about 7 seconds left. Man, I'm just sweating like a bullet.
Hope I didn't sweat into the bread.
Yeah, I hope not too. Okay,
Oh,
time is
God.
up. Okay.
All right.
Let's go turn down the heat a little bit.
All right. Well, thank God our kitchen is back to a normal temperature.
87 degrees is my normal, and I love it.
Yeah, I still don't know what's wrong with you or why I agreed to that, but whatever. So our surrounding bread has been cooked, and our meat has been cooked, and you'll see that it is just burnt a little bit, so that's really good. You can see the taco seasoning has settled in there really nicely, and we've got a little flavor station over in this section right here.
When it looks like your orange cat has used it as a litter box, that's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good and ready to go. So the next step on our cooking instructions is to put the surrounding bread in the pan. So Jacob's going to do that. Now we are going to put half of it in the bottom, and then we're going to put the other ingredients in, and then we're going to seal it on top, and that's really going to seal the flavor in. And the next step is to get the meat in there, and we're going to see. Oh yeah,
Look at
comes
that.
out
Look at
like
that.
a sheet. Actually, you know what? If you could grab another spatula, we're gonna do this together.
This will be great. Teamwork
All right.
makes the dream work. Here we go.
All right. He's gonna grab from that edge. I'm gonna grab from this edge, and we're gonna flop that sucker in there.
Giant cat turd right on there.
Oh, perfect. All right, and now we gotta put our cheese in. So each of these bowls is actually a half pound. So we only need a quarter pound of each.
Because someone has a trouble with fractions.
That's true. 5 out of 4 people do say they have problems with fractions.
And 60% of facts are made up on the spot.
That's true. So why don't you grab the cheddar? I'm going to grab the mozzarella. And it seems your cheese spreading technique is similar to your egg beating technique.
I know, isn't it?
And we all know how well that went last time.
Fantastic. Those cookies were amazing.
Right. So I've done about half of the mozzarella. Jacob is simply wasting time, so I'm going to help him a little bit here.
I should be offended, I think.
Perfect! All right, that looks great. And we're going to put the last bit of the surrounding bread on top. And again, that's going to seal the flavor in. And this is all about flavor.
Or flavor, if you're from another country.
Yes. And on top. Perfect. Our oven has been preheated to 300 degrees, which is perfect because that's exactly what the instructions say to do.
What do you know?
Imagine that.
What do you know?
So, Jacob, why don't we put that in the oven, and we're going to cook this for 5 minutes, and then we get to taste this. So our lasagna is cooked for 5 minutes, and it's looking pretty good. I mean, this top surrounding bread is starting to crisp up a little bit, which is nice. So let's dish this out onto a plate and try some. So Jacob's gonna cut it. Now, you cut this just like any normal lasagna. And let's make sure you get a good chunk of that meat in there too.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Alright, perfect.
Oops. Okay, there we go.
Everybody loves a corner piece. Alright, and that is
For you?
for you.
Oh, one for me,
Alright.
and one for you.
The surrounding bread there
Got it,
is
go. Oh.
sticking together a little bit. Perfect. Alright.
Alright, there you go, that's for you. Here's your fork. Bon appetit, my friend.
Let's see how we did.
Okay, bread. Surrounding bread. Okay, ready?
Cheers.
Now, to critique this a little bit, one good thing I have to say is that meat does not taste like cat turd. So we did something right. You can taste a lot of cheese.
Yeah, the cheese melted just a little bit. I will say it tastes a little bit more like tacos than a traditional lasagna.
It tastes like taco lasagna if
But-
anybody's had that before.
But in 2018, you know, anything goes, I guess.
Also, I'm really glad that we decided to burn the meat a little bit because you can definitely taste the charcoal.
No, I mean, look at that edge right there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
I'm not gonna
So-
show them.
Just a little burn.
Just a little burn.
I'm gonna have that right now. Alright, I might cut myself another little piece here. So,
I will not. I might need something to drink.
it's a little dry.
A little dry.
A little dry.
It's just miserable.
But it's good. Thanks for joining us on Elementary Cooking. Have a Merry Christmas, and remember, spread the word, and we promise not to spread salmonella. We'll see you next time.
Guys, smash that like on that iPad or something. I mean, like, don't break your iPad. Just smash that like button and please subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.